Oh my gosh, this beanie literally only takes 20 minutes to make. Like, how in the world? Hey makers, it's Camryn from Camryn's Cute Creations and welcome back to the channel. I'm Camryn, a fellow crochet business owner, and here on YouTube, I love posting videos all about helping you master markets and make more money at your craft shows. So if that interests you, be sure to subscribe down below because I post a new video every Friday and you're not gonna wanna miss some of the ones I have coming up because they're really good ones. In this video, I'm gonna show you exactly how to use the ADDI knitting machine to make a beanie in under 20 minutes. I know, like insane, right? I'm really thankful I have one of these things for market prepping because there's no way I could crochet a hat in 20 minutes. I actually timed myself and the fastest I could get one of these knitting machine beanies done was 17 minutes. So that's really quick. They sell amazing at craft shows and make the perfect addition to any inventory. But before we get started, I just wanted to acknowledge that I know knitting machines are kind of a controversial topic, but here's my take on it. I view my knitting machine as a tool to help me make my handmade item. I still consider these beanies handmade, and you might be like, what? You just talked about using machine and you're still considering it handmade? Yes, and let me kind of explain my reasoning a little bit. The ADDI knitting machine, it's a lot harder than it looks. You have to have skill, you have to have some knowledge of the craft, and you're also still doing the assembling of everything, so you're still finishing off the beanie, you're still making this item with your hands. It's handmade in my opinion still. I'm not going to explain too much in this video because this is a tutorial. I love how Taylor from Alabaster Pearl explains this over on Instagram, so I'm going to link her post in the description box down below if you want to go check that out. I have a really similar take as she does, so if you want to kind of know more of my opinion on this, in her post she does some comparisons on, you know, well, someone's using a sewing machine, is that still considered handmade, you know, instead of individually doing each stitch? And in my opinion, you're still cutting out all the fabric, you're still assembling everything yourself, you're just using this tool to get it done a little bit faster. Totally different than like Target's fast fashion or something. It's not like you're ripping people off, underpaying people, using super cheapo materials, have a whole machine factory. No, you're literally just using a tool to help you get something done quicker so you can sell more stuff at your markets. And honestly, some of my customers absolutely love that I use this. They have a more affordable option. If they're not wanting to pay $45, they can just pay $28 for a beanie. I can make more product for my customers and then my customers have more options to choose from. So it's a win-win, honestly, in my opinion. So I actually did markets for 3 full years without having a knitting machine, and honestly I still did really well, and I still was able to do this full time. So don't let that be like, oh, I don't have her fancy knitting machine, I can't do this. No, this is just a tool to help you get more done. And I will say 6 months ago when I did get this, I made my money back on it within the first day I put my ADDI beanies out. It is worth the investment in my opinion because I made my money back really quick, and now since then it's all been profit. And with all that being said, these are going for about $225, so it is a little bit more of an expensive item to purchase for your business, but I will say you make your money back on it super quick, and I think it's 100% worth it. I wanted to get a more budget-friendly option on Amazon, and I wanted to compare the two and maybe do a YouTube video on that. So if you want me to do a video on that for you, like if you're really interested in the more budget-friendly option as well and comparing the two and the features, let me know in the comment section down below. If you just want to write ADDI comparison video, please, and I can totally get on that. That was a lot of chatting for a tutorial video, but I thought we had a little bit to chat about before jumping into this tutorial. Now let's do it because I want to show you exactly how to make this beanie. You are going to love the pattern. It is so much fun, so soft, so cozy, so adorable, and they sell amazing. So let's just get started. Okay, so I have my ADDI knitting machine out here. It's a little dusty, but I also have the yarn that I use. I love I love this yarn from Hobby Lobby, and honestly, this yarn is super soft, super affordable, and works great in the machine. So I would use this if I were you. Super great deal. I think in this video I'm going to use this color here. You can actually make 2 beanies with 1 skein of yarn. So I had already made a beanie with this skein, that's why it looks all floppy, but that's the one I'm going to use to make this in this video. So let's just get started. Ignore that this is a little dusty. The first thing you're going to want to do is just reset this little thing here. This is your row counter. So you just want to twist this guy until it says 0, and then you're good to go. I am going to start with just pulling from the center. And what you're going to want to do is we're going to cast on. This, you're going to want to make sure is shut. It should be like this. If it's like this and you start to crank, it gets it gets jammed. So don't do it like that. Have it shut like this, and then we can start cranking, okay? Now we're going to cast on. So we're going to take our yarn, just gonna throw it in there, and we're going to hook under that first one there. So we're gonna go underneath and see how it's hooking underneath that little hook. Now the next one we're gonna go behind. We wanna make sure it's not hooking. And then we bring it forward for the next one. It's pretty easy. We go back and forth. So we hook and then we don't hook. And then we hook and then we don't hook. These black ones are the ones that are gonna be counting. As you can see, it just counted for one. Going through there, hook, and then we don't hook. And usually you mount your ADDI machine to your table, but the way I'm filming right now, I can't. So if it's sliding around, it won't do that for you because you mount it. It comes with little mounting pieces, so don't stress about that part. So let me just show you, once you get the hang of it, you can get this done pretty quick. As you can see, it's not too bad. And we're gonna do that all the way until we get to the beginning. Okay, so this is the last one and we're going behind it. Now, what we're gonna do is we go behind it and open your little guy here. So you just go, whoop, open that up, and then we're gonna just put that right inside there. Make sure it's laying flat, and you can put that through there, and then we're gonna go shut it in there, okay? Easy peasy. Sometimes I tug on the tail and just make sure it's secure down there. And then we start cranking. And then you just crank the whole time. But this is when you want to really play with your tension. So it's like crocheting and knitting. There's tension going on in this thing. So if you're pulling this really tight, your tension's going to be too tight. So what you're going to do is hold it really loosely. Like I'm holding it, barely holding it. I'm just pretty much guiding it in. So all I'm doing is cranking over here, and then over here, all I'm doing is holding my hand and letting it guide through. I'm barely putting any pressure on there. I don't want it to be super tight. It's actually gonna feel a little bit more loose. And your tension when you're playing around with this is gonna be the hardest thing. So just play around with your tension the first couple of times. You might have a beanie that's way too tight and then a couple that are too loose, but honestly, you'll get the hang of it really quick. It's kind of one of those things you need to practice with. So I'm gonna show you how to actually get this mounted. I was just showing you that for filming purposes. So these will just wrap around the leg, and then underneath the table, you screw it to tighten it up. So it would probably help if I told you how many rows we're actually doing. So we're doing a total of 115 rows. And I suppose you don't have to really watch this entire process, but I sped it up for you because honestly, it's pretty satisfying to watch and I didn't want to cut all this out. So enjoy. Okay, we're getting towards the end here. As soon as we get to our 115 rows, we're gonna leave a really long tail. I don't really know how long, maybe 2 or 3 feet long, and trim that. After we get it trimmed, we are just going to open up our gold, brown, is that gold or brown? The guide, and then we're going to just toss the tail in the center. And you might think at this point that we're done, but we're actually gonna be using a different color of yarn to cast off. Make sure your guide is open, and we're going to hook our new color underneath the last stitch that was hooked on our actual beanie color. It doesn't matter what color your scrap yarn is because we're going to be taking this off. I'll show you in a minute when we're finishing this off. We're just using this so we don't lose any of our stitches. I'm gonna crank 5 more rows with this scrap yarn. So you'll have a total of 120 rows, that's including the 115 of your actual beanie color, and then the 5 rows of your scrap yarn. All I did here was trim my scrap yarn and then threw the tail in, and now we're just winding nothing in there, and it starts to separate off the machine, which is honestly really satisfying. Once in a while, one of them will get kind of jammed on there or stuck on there, so you might just have to help that one off. That's what I did right here. But then, once you're done with this, you should just have this tube and we can get rid of the machine. We're done with that. Now it's time to assemble. I ended up stretching out my hat before I measured it, so I suggest stretching it a bit before measuring if you want to get my exact measurements. Mine measured about 23 inches long this direction without the scrap yarn included, and then about 7 inches wide. If you did the same amount of rows for me and got a completely different measurement, it's just because our tension is a little different. It might still work, so try to assemble it even if it's a little bit off. But if it's way too small, you're gonna wanna loosen up your tension, and if it's way too big, you're gonna wanna tighten up your tension. We're gonna take that last strand we cut and make sure it's not in our way. And then you're gonna see your white strand and your blue strand, well, whatever colors you're using. The blue is my beanie color, so I'm gonna add my tapestry needle to that strand. Now I'm gonna show you how to get this off of here. We're gonna start going through these loops here, the top blue loops. So whatever color you were using for your beanie part, there's gonna be like the last loop before it changes right here at the top. And I don't know why I use such similar colors because it's a little hard to see, but I'm gonna give you a closer look here in a second. And I can get through this pretty quick, especially if I'm picking up several stitches at once. There I am showing you the exact ones I'm picking up, and here is me picking up several at once, and that way you can get this thing done a bit quicker. You're going to want to be really careful that you're not missing one of these stitches here, because if you get all the way around and have one missed, you can start losing stitches with knit. It's honestly just a disaster, so be pretty careful and grab every single blue stitch around. And when I get to the end, you'll see in a second, I go through the first stitches actually again right here, just to make sure I didn't miss any at the end. Now we can actually set aside this tail for now, and we're actually going to reach inside of the hat to make this double layered. So all you wanna do is reach one of your hands through the hat, and on the other side, you're going to have the beginning when you cast it on, and all we wanna do is pull that tail and it'll start cinching. It's really satisfying. But we don't want to cinch it all the way up yet. We're actually going to put that tail on the opposite side. I'm going to pinch it with my fingers that are inside of the hat right now, and I'm going to pull it all the way to meet the other end. What we're doing right now is we're double layering our beanie, which is going to make it extra warm and extra cozy. Once you bring that to the other end, you're going to have something looking like this. And you might be like, what in the world is going on here? But don't worry, I'll help you fasten this off. We're gonna start by just all these tails, we're just gonna kind of add them to the center for a second, except the outside of our scrap yarn. So that last piece we cut, we're gonna keep that on the outside and we're gonna start pulling it. This part is also really satisfying, and it's gonna undo all of your scrap yarn. Also, moment of truth, did we pick up all of our stitches when we were casting off? And yes, we did. Look how satisfying it is to get that all out. And then now all we have to do is cinch that center really, really tight. And then we're gonna cinch the outside really tight as well. Honestly, this is one of my favorite parts because it's super satisfying. At the end, you're gonna have your two tails just sticking out of the top of your beanie, and we're gonna tie 3 super, super, super tight knots, but not so tight that your yarn snaps, because if your yarn snaps, that's just, oh my gosh, that would be horrible. This yarn has never snapped on me, but if your yarn snapped and all of those stitches got lost, I don't even know if you could save the hat at that point. So be careful you're not pulling too tight. Now we have our beanie. It's so pretty, but we're gonna add some finishing touches. I'm gonna measure this and just let you know what it's measuring at. It's measuring at about 11 inches long and still 7 inches wide. It's pom-pom time, and I highly suggest adding poms to some of your beanies because mine sell really well with the poms. I order all of my pom-poms off of Amazon in bulk, and I'll have them linked in the description box down below. They're the ones with the elastic, and I always get asked, how the heck do you attach these without them being so floppy on the top? So I'm gonna show you right now. I take one of those tails from the top and I go through the elastic loop, and then I just pull it through the top of the beanie to the back side. I also take that other strand that's just hanging out of the top right now, and I'll do the same exact thing. I'll go through that elastic once again and then bring it to the opposite side of our work. And you might think, okay, it's secure enough, but it actually is pretty floppy if you keep it like this, and it doesn't look good, it doesn't feel secure. So I'm gonna show you exactly how I like to secure it. And this is my little secret, this is my little hack of how I secure my pom-poms on here super, super good. I push the pom-pom really, really tight towards the backside, just like this. And then I take my tapestry needle, and it still should be on one of those strands, and I crisscross by stabbing into the palm. Like, I'm actually stabbing into the palm, and I kind of crisscross back and forth 3 or 4 times to really secure this thing on there. Now we're going to tie really tight knots again, just to secure these 2 strands together and really secure the palm on there as well. So I'm just taking those 2 strands and tying a really tight knot. You can do this while keeping your tapestry needle on there, because we're going to sort of weave in our ends here, and really, it's not really weaving in our ends. We're just gonna be taking our strands and going in between the 2 layers of our hat. So we're doing this, it's not showing on the front side, it's not showing on the back side, it's going in between the 2 layers. I kind of tried to show you here, but it was kind of hard to show. And you just want to pull your strands all the way through. And we're going to do this with both of our strands of yarn, and then just trim them. I'm just flipping the hat right side out. And a little hack when your pom-poms get in the mail, you might want to hit them with a blow dryer just to re-fluffify them. Now I'm going to show you exactly how I like to add my little tag. So we're just going to cuff our beanie. This is where I like to add my tag, right here to the front. So I'm going to use some of that yarn we just trimmed and a tapestry needle to weave on our little tag. I start from the back side, and then I come towards the front, and I just pull that through, and then I go a little bit to the right of it just to like secure it in. It's really hard to explain. You kind of just have to watch what I'm doing during this. But as you can see, I take it like a stitch over to the right and pull it back through. I actually don't tie a knot or anything at this point. I just go back through that other hole right underneath of it. And I do the exact same thing where I pull it up from the back to the front, and then I go over about a stitch to the right of it. Now we need to get our yarn over to the other side to do the exact same thing on the other side. So what I do is I go to the back side, and I kind of do what we did when we were weaving in sort of our ends there just a minute ago, and I go in between the layers just to get to the other side of the tag so I can do the same thing over on the other side. So we just come up through that top left hole, back out around, and do the same thing with the last hole. Now we just got to get our yarn back over to that other strand over there, doing the same thing. We're just going to travel in between the layers here. And once we get back to the other side, we are going to again tie some really, really, really tight knots just to secure this tag on there the best we can. And what we're going to do after that is we're going to do the same thing we did with those other strands and just travel in between the layers and kind of almost weave in those ends and make them disappear, which is really satisfying because I've never had a problem with these coming back out again. I just go through the layers just like I am here, pull them out wherever, and then trim those when I'm done with that. So there is our finished beanie. We can blow dry the palm, make it a little bit more fluffy. I got my tag on there. It's super soft, super pretty. Again, only takes 20 minutes. They're so cute. I hope you love your new creation you just made. I love how soft they are. They're so cozy, so warm. The fact they're double layered, people really like that because they're even more cozy and warm. I would love to see the beanies you whip up on your ADDI machine, so please tag me over on Instagram. It's Camryn's Cute Creations, and while you're at it, let's just be friends over there as well. Send me a DM what you're working on. I love to meet new people over on Instagram and chat with you, so let's be friends over there. Thanks so much for watching the video, and if you want to keep hanging out, I think you're gonna absolutely love this video right here, so check out this one next. Let's just keep hanging out here on YouTube, and thanks again so much for watching this video, and I will see you in this video right here. Bye.